So simply put, do not use your master keys. Save these bitches, please. How'd that go, you guys? I am Fastidious. I have a short and sweet video for you this evening. We're covering a couple things. The main thing, the big thing, is this breaking news about the gear dungeons. The drops here are going to get a big buff, and it should be coming very soon. We had a fairly small, somewhat inconsequential dev insight this week. It was released last night, but in it, the first question, I'll break it down for you, was asking about things like Malric Keystones, and they kind of took that moment to address the gear dungeon and how they're going to really improve the drop rate. So I really want to take you through all of that. Additionally, if you did not know, I launched a new channel, and with it, I did 6 takeover giveaways for Watcher of Realms. The giveaway competition is officially over, so at the end of this video, I am going to pick the 6 winners. But before we get into the winner selection, and certainly before we get into the meat of the video, which is going to be the improved drops in the gear dungeon, we do have to talk about one thing, and that is going to be Creator of the Year. And my sweet God, at the time of filming this, we have 4 hours left in the voting for today, and then tomorrow is the next day. By the time you guys see this, there'll be about 2 or 3 hours left to vote today. You get 5 votes today and 5 votes tomorrow, and that is it. And we are losing. And it's kind of remarkable, Evil Planet. There's a lot of stuff behind him, and he's winning by just under 600 votes. I will say about 4 or 5 hours ago, he was winning by like 1,200 votes. So we're definitely narrowing the gap. So if we can get a good final push today, please, if you're watching this video the day it comes out before reset, get your 5 votes in on all your accounts. And then after reset, it is the final day. We're going to do a big push. I'm sure I'll mention it in a video tomorrow. And we're going to do a big live stream. So in the live stream, part of that will be, let's get a last final huzzah push and see if we can't win this thing. We've traded leads like a dozen times, so it's been pretty dang close. Let's try to take this thing home. If you do not know how to vote, it's as simple as this. You go in here, you get your ID, which they make a little confusing. It says ID, and there's one set of numbers and then parentheses and another set. That first set of numbers is your game ID. The second set of numbers in the parentheses is your server ID. You'll need both. You go in here, you log in, you vote, you get 5 votes a day, and you do your thing. All right? So let's talk about the gear dungeon, probably the meatiest, juiciest thing for this video, and it is good news. And it is news I've anticipated for over a year. It just took a while to come. What did I anticipate? I anticipated they would be buffing the drops here, because the drops here kind of suck, and they kind of have always sucked. You don't get enough of the dungeon crystals. You don't get enough of the forge mats. Variants don't drop enough, blah, 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 blah. It's just never been good enough here, and they actually have lightly buffed it a couple times. But if you look at this number right here, you're not going to find many players in the entire game that have more master keys saved up than I do. I have over 1,000, almost 1,100, 1,097. Fastidious, how do you have so many? Well, it's because I've never used a single one ever, full stop. I've always been waiting, sitting on my hands, thinking they were going to, make these better, and it seems like it's happening. Additionally, unbelievably juicy, and sorry to have buried the lead a little bit, no longer in the future will this cost stamina. So you can see right now it takes 1 key, so either the 100 keys you get for Dungeon Key 1, so that's for Gear Dungeon 1, and the 100 keys of Dungeon Key 2, this is for Dungeon 2, Gear Dungeon 2, you get 100 of those a month, and then you get your universal keys, which are the master keys, which you farm up over time through various ways. So the currency to enter this is going to be 20 stamina for any stage, whether it's stage 1 or stage 10, and then a key. Now the currency will only be a key. It will no longer be a stamina drain. So the theme of this is do not use your master keys until this update comes. It looks like it won't be this coming update in 5 days' time. It looks like it probably will be the next update, the August update. Definitely save your keys for that. Heck, it could even be later, but it will be worth it because you're not going to use any stamina and the drops will be improved. So if we look at this, it was posted yesterday. We can pop this open. There's only 10 questions. Usually they do like 25, 28, 32 questions. They only answered 10 questions, but all that really matters is the first question right here. You can see they're responding to 2 different players, but they're giving one kind of general answer. The players asked, with the introduction of Malric's Halls, gear dungeons being something that's limited and rare, the keys, is very not worth the stamina to farm. Like, it's not worth using your stamina on that. As it's a lot easier than Gear Raid 22 and above, for balance, maybe reduce the stamina cost to farm Gear Dungeon, or it's time to introduce new stages with better drops. Or else it's becoming a redundant feature aside from the hammers and refining crystals, meaning the stuff you can just buy from the shop. Which is, there's good stuff in here, but without a doubt, the drops themselves are not that good, and they don't give you enough of the dungeon crystals for the shop to begin with. Commander B, the second player, says, change gear drops in dungeons highest stage in the way that it only drops tier 3 gear, including exclusive gear. So the answer, thanks for your suggestion. We plan to remove the stamina consumption from the gear dungeons in the future. So no longer will it cost stamina. As I said, it will just cost the key. So if you have the 100 you get a month of the Gear Dungeon 1 or the Gear Dungeon 2 keys, you'll use that. Or if you want to do extra farming, you'll use the Master Key. But no longer will there be this 20 stamina cost. They go on, though, and they say, the drops from gear dungeons will be increased. So does that mean the quality's up, the quantity's up, both? I don't know, but what's important is it's going to be better. So they're going to buff the drops. So clearly use your 100 keys that refresh every month. But when it comes to the variable master keys, do not use these, right? Save them, please. It will be on the thumbnail. Do not use these until this update goes through. Whether it's 2 updates from now or 3 updates from now, you're going to want to wait. You're going to get a lot more bang for your buck. Finally, they say players will be able to obtain more types of rewards from the dungeon, such as trial keystones. So this will be another source of getting keystones for Malric. So another way we're getting another thing we can use that also doesn't cost stamina. So in general, it will be slightly higher effort for some players, but it's going to be improved rewards, more rewards, and not costing stamina. So simply put, do not use your master keys. Save these bitches, please. Unnecessary rhyme, unintentional rhyme, but I liked it. All right, to take this thing home, I am doing 6 content takeover giveaways. To participate, you had to go to my newest channel, Etheria Station, where I obviously cover a different game. It's called Etheria Restart. If you want to check it out, I'll put the link in the description. I'd appreciate if you gave it a look, or at least just subscribe to the channel. I really do suggest checking out Etheria. It's such a good game. I play it every day, all the time. It's as much as I've liked the new game since I started playing Watcher of Realms. Full stop. So if you're interested, it is free to play. I have not spent a penny. They give you tons of summons. There are so many viable good units in the game. You can download it with my link in the description and the top pinned comment. So the moment you've been waiting for, once people subscribe to the channel, hit the all notifications bell, and then went over to this video, my first video ever, which somehow, thankfully, hit 10,000 views on my first video. Very cool. Probably the giveaways had something to do with it. But you went over here and you went into the comments and you did hashtag WarGang. Let's see if we find some that weren't me doing it. I did a separate Etheria giveaway, but here you go. Wow, there's none of them. Actually, if I sort by new, there you go, because I did the ones that get all the responses won't be there. Yeah, WarGang. I told you, people participated. It ended up being a couple hundred people participate, so that's really cool. We're picking 6 winners, and it's as simple as that. You subscribe, and then I'm going to put it in here. I will cross-reference after I film to make sure all these people are subscribed, but for now, I'm just taking people at their word, and we are going to enter the video link, and we're going to do this thing. We're going to pick our 6 winners. If you are one of the 6 winners, please DM me on Discord. My Discord is at Fastidious_GG, and we'll set up your takeover. But if you don't DM me, you're never going to get your takeover because I'll have never heard from you. So let's go here. Let's put in the URL. We're going to do 6 winners, but they need to have said hashtag WarGang, and that is WOR, Watcher of Realms, not war, what is it good for? All right, let's pick them and let's see. So we got 1 winner here. So Kevin the Demolisher, that's going to be winner number 1. Congratulations, Kevin. Let's pick another 6. There's R-Type. I'll leave that in. All right, R-Type, who edits some of my videos, a great content creator in the game. So we got Kevin and R-Type. Let's pick another 6. Like I said, I did multiple giveaways, so a lot of these are for the Etheria giveaway I did. We got 2 more. We got Michael. And I will say, I will count this. He did it, war, what is it good for? But he tried, and he did the hashtag. So also, Kiven will be another winner. So that's 4 total winners. Let's pick 2 more winners. And here we go. I apologize to Ajax. He is going to be the 7th. I'll tell you, Ajax, if I don't hear from someone, you can win it. But I'm going to go in order here. JBX Rizzle, that's going to be 1. And then Isaac. But actually, Isaac didn't do the hashtag. But I'm not going to be such a stickler. But Ajax, you can reach out to me. Wait a couple days. And if I don't hear from someone, you can take theirs. But there you go, guys. Those are our winners. A quick reminder to please vote for Creator of the Year. Support your boy. Let's see. Support him. Support me. Let's see how we doing. We are losing by just a hair under 600 votes. It's looking like we're losing by 581 votes if I'm doing my quick math correctly. So please do remember to vote. I would appreciate it. I would. We're trying to come back here. If everyone that watches this video before reset goes and does all 5 votes, we will catch up for sure by reset. And then it all comes down to tomorrow. Me versus Evil Planet. Me versus Evil Planet. Boop, 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 boop. Who's going to win? We're going to find out. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel you're watching right now. Share with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.